everybody, welcome back to a new video. My name is Melanie Josephine. I am the award-winning author of Love Life Simplified, and I am also the author of the amazing book Rock Your Au Pair Year if you want to be a nanny abroad. So today I want to talk to you about how you can motivate yourself to do something that you really do not want to do. How exciting, isn't it? Well, I'm sure you're not very excited about your task, because otherwise you wouldn't be watching this video. However, let's break it down. So I broke it down into 4 steps. Step number 1 is, do I really want or do I really need to do it? So basically, let's take the example of taxes. You will need to do your taxes whether you like it or not. But let's take the example of going running. That's completely up to you. So sometimes we put things in our mind or on our lists and we say to ourselves, man, I really want to do this, or I really need to do this, or my life would be better, or maybe even I would be a better person if I did this. But we really need to ask ourselves if it is necessary and if we really want to, because sometimes we're just telling ourselves we want to, but it may not be the actual truth. So you need to come to the bottom of that first. And then second, if it is something that you have to do, I'm gonna go back to the example of taxes. Try to look at it from a less negative perspective. Think about how this would benefit you. Now, I, for example, do my taxes pretty much, well, I wouldn't say immediately when the papers come, but quite quickly after the papers come. And I do my papers usually ahead of the curve. And why do I do that? Because then it's just out of the way. I know if I procrastinate, if I leave it to the due date, then I will keep that in the back of my mind. It'll be there whether I think it is or not, but it is there, kind of weighing me down at the back of my mind. And so I just get it out of the way and I just do it. And that's how I can see it. That's how I can see the benefit. If I do it immediately, I know it's off my list and I can relax about that. And when it comes to other things, and I'm gonna go back to the example of going running, think about the benefits of running, and if those are the benefits that you want to see in your life, or if those are the benefits that you want to try out for yourself and see if you will see these benefits in your life or not. The third tip that I want to give you is probably the best tip I have for you in this video, and that is, once you've made a decision to do what you originally didn't want to do, to break it down into steps. And that has helped me tremendously in my own life. I give you an example. A few months back, I needed to do the settled status application to stay here in the UK. I'm originally from Germany, and I kept postponing it. So on my list it said apply for settled status, but it was, that point in itself was like too chunky, if you will, for me to actually go and do it. So what I did is I broke it down into 2 steps. The first step was just get my documents together, just look at it, like look at the application, get the documents, but not actually file it and submit it to the government. And then the second step was to actually file it and submit it to the government. But because I broke it down, it then became that much easier. And I give you another example. Sometimes when I want to go for a run, I either put my running clothes out so I can already see it, and in the morning I know this is the first thing I need to do. There's also this advice, you may have heard it, to go to bed in your running clothes. I personally wouldn't really want to sleep in my running clothes, but if you don't mind, that would be a way, because you're already ready and dressed to do it. Another piece of advice I have for you is, for example, if you want to try new recipes, you want to cook more rather than just pick up fast food or anything like that, is to plan ahead and to plan the steps ahead. Like, it might sound so easy or maybe even silly, but it helps so much. Like, even if you just wrote down the first step, okay, I need to buy X, Y, and Z, and then you buy that. And or if you want to try new recipes, but you are a little bit scared of trying something new, just to look at some websites with recipes and just take it one step at a time. This, I can just tell you, it just helps so much. And then the last piece of advice I want to give you is get an accountability partner. I have an accountability partner, and all that means it's a friend who holds me accountable. We get on the phone every 2 weeks and we chat to each other about our accountabilities. So each week we tell each other, okay, this is what I told you 2 weeks ago, this is what I've done, this is what I want to do in the following 2 weeks, or this is what I want to achieve in the following 2 weeks. And it just helps so much. And I'm sure you have a friend who would do that with you or for you. It's really great if it's something that you both do together, because then it becomes like a fun thing to do together. But if you can't think of anybody who would want to do it as well, then maybe you can just find somebody who would then sit down with you and talk you through. But the important bit is that you actually take it seriously and that you put down a date and a time when this person will hold you accountable. It's not such a good idea to tell a friend, hey, I'm doing this thing, could you at some point hold me accountable? Because then it's just out in the open. They don't know when to hold you accountable, if to hold you accountable, and they're most likely just gonna forget about it. Yeah, so I hope this was helpful. If you have any other advice, please leave me a comment below. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video. If you have a friend who would benefit from this video, please share it with them, and subscribe for more videos like that. I'll see you in my next one. Bye!